Alright guys, welcome back. It's been a pretty action-packed week so far. I mean, next week will be pretty wild. After all, next week we are getting the new ships. Now, I'm mostly excited to blow them up, to be honest. Although, I believe my first new faction cruiser will be the Cromwell. I mean, I already have the Cinnabal, and a cover top Cinnabal? Yes, please. That's going to be pretty. I expect that's going to be pretty interesting to fly. And overall, the battleships. I don't know if I'll fly them. I mean, I already have the Macarial, which is one of my primary PvP battleship, but perhaps I'll give the Tempest Fleet issue a shot. I don't know. I'll still have to see the stats of the ships. The stats are still not available, by the way, and I believe the stats will be out around Tuesday when the patch notes come out, or perhaps the stats will be available when the ships themselves get released. But in any case, if the stats get available a little bit early, then I'll definitely notify you about that. Now, PvP recently was pretty good. Had lots of fun actually. We had a small corp. I mean, we have our neighborhood basically, and our neighborhood was angry at us for some reason, and it didn't end well for them. Two of our guys basically went down to their home system and they mowed down their entire fleet. It's about 6-7 jumps from our, let's say, from our home, although it's not really the home. I should stop calling that system home because it's not really home. My home, I mean our home, is the inside of our ship, to be honest. And basically, where we park our ships, we can call that place home. Now let me just show you what happened over there. I missed the fight, of course, because I'm never there when I have to be there. It's just one of those things. And where did they? Basically, two of our guys mowed down. Oh, there it is. There it is. So they killed a lot of ships. Was a perfect bait as well. I mean, I love what they did there. The one thing why I haven't been there, whenever I am very close to their home system, they immediately run away or basically go towards 6C. And in order to make them stay, I decided to keep myself out of it. Although, as we can see, I pretty much regret not being in that fight. Was amazing. I mean, an Apocalypse, a Thrasher, let's not count the Thrasher, a Macarial died, a Abaddon died, Tempest Striker died, a Humpback High Mobility died, which is kind of hilarious. I'm not really sure what kind of ship that is, but a Combat Humpback High Mobility, a Blink Prophecy, a Interdictor, a Raven, a Drake, a Cormorant Navy, a Korak Sniper, Thorax Guardian, and we have some other, some bunch of losses, bunch of kills. But yeah, our guys did a fantastic job down there. They mowed that fleet down, Muck style. Was pretty good. And well, today I have some pretty nice fights for you. Some unique ones at that. Doesn't happen quite often that my revelation get jumped, and the revelation is built to withstand such fleets and such scenarios, so the revelation is good. Had some pretty good fights. Honestly, I enjoyed it, and we also had some pretty good kills, stuff like that. So, with that being said, I think I'll start the warm-up session with the Macarial. I mean, the Macarial currently remains one of my oldest ships in service. The previous oldest ship in service was the Ashmu, but I sold that because the Ashmu is just not that good anymore. And I have some of the Ortrus kills, and I have a bunch of ships, but should be pretty action-packed video today. And well, with that being said, let's jump straight into it. Now, our first target for today will be a battleship, just not sure which one. There is a couple of them in a local right now. Oh, actually no, it's only one battleship in local, and oh, it is a Macarial. Okay, so I am fleet warping. This doesn't happen that often, but in this case I have to be the one who provides the warping. And we are now going towards the target location. By the looks of it, the Macarial does seem to be a sniper, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay, we landed at 69 kilometers away from the Macarial. This is not on purpose, by the way, but nice. Let's go and approach the target. I mean, I really did not want to land exactly 69 kilometers away from this ship. That's pure coincidence. A happy coincidence.
We're under attack.
Both of our Macarials are using a micro warp drift. My friend's Macarial is a little bit faster. Also a little bit faster in warp, but our ships are generally speaking about the same. Now I have opened fire because my friend has already scrambled the target. Gyro stabilizers are active and the barraging plant active once I am within the range.
Enemy ships detected.
They have been webbed.
We're under attack.
I will scramble and web them as well. And the Macarial has been destroyed. Nice.
We're
Now this
under
was one of
attack.
the luckiest tackles that we had in a while. I did not expect that we catch this Macarial. My friend did not expect that as well. They were
Warp drive active.
at that warping, but they moved. And I guess by the time we went to the belt and went to the target, they did move 69 kilometers. Exactly 69 kilometers. Kinda funny. Okay, let me change my belt position. This one is not good. 5.5 billion, a pretty expensive Macarial. And
Warp
they
drive
dropped
active.
some juicy stuff. Where was inside of this ship? Sniper bouncers. Well, this was a sniper Macarial. I thought to go with the Stratios at first, but I just didn't feel risking the Macarial to escape, because the Stratios is not the best ship to counter a Macarial, but I'm glad that I took my own Macarial. Was a good choice, definitely. Okay, let me align myself and let's go to the next target. Next target is a Apocalypse Striker. Now this time I am not the fleet commander, but we both are in Macarials, are one of our favorite ships. I mean, the Macarial is just so fast. So fast and has so much DPS. Now I'm looking at the position of the Apocalypse. They are aligned towards that asteroid belt, so I have to align my ship towards that location once warp ends, so that I warp instantly. They're somewhere out there in space. And let's align. And now we wait for my friend to go into fleet warp. I have the ancient Hail Core on the Macarial. I don't really need anything else for this ship. This works really good.
Warp drive active.
And there is the... oh, it's only a classic Apocalypse. I thought that this was the Apocalypse Striker. I guess Well, I guess I was wrong. And I stole the kill. Well, this was by accident. I did not want to steal the kill. Oh well, let's warp out.
Warp drive active.
$888 million, and this was a sniper apocalypse. Surprisingly, no stabs. 2 ships in a row without stabs. I can't believe it. It's like, if you catch a ship without stabs, that's just like winning the lottery. I can't believe that these 2 ships didn't have stabs. I mean, if I was solo, they would have like 78, 90
Warp drive
stabs,
active.
which is, you know, the usual average that I encounter when I go and tackle a ship. But I have a solution. I have a solution to that. That I think I might start to use a lot more actively now. And now on to this part. So, the bubble, well, our bubble is pretty much a sacrificial bubble. They're pretty much very, very dead. They're going to be very, very dead very soon. We have 1 Megatron, 1 Oracle, there's a rattlesnake. Now I assume the rattlesnake is a chunk with full-on resistances, so I'm not going to waste time shooting at it. The Cinnaball escaped pretty quickly. After all, the Cinnaball was one of my ships that I want to shoot first. So I think I'll go and shoot the Megatron first. Although all of them are moving, and since I'm using the big turrets, they have bad tracking, so I really have to wait for the right moment to open fire. I see the Cinnaball is back, but the Cinnaball is moving too fast, so yeah, that's not going to be easy to hit with the big turrets. Currently thinking about lighting up that Megatron, but I also have the chance to light up that Apocalypse Striker. Although lasers are not a big threat, the Megatron is also not a big threat, but they're moving. I'm 1000% sure that the rattlesnake is a brick tank, so yeah, the rattlesnake will be my last target. That Cinnaball is playing with fire, but I'll ignore the Cinnaball for now. Well, fun fact, the ships that I wanted to shoot first, well, the battle cruisers and other stuff, they warped out pretty quickly. So I have decided to light up the Megatron, because that's just one of the ships that I felt like it was the right target, and of course they warp out, that's to be expected. Now I tried my luck with the Cinnaball. It seemed like they got stuck, but yeah, they're still a bit too close for the big turrets, and I don't have tracking for the Cinnaball. Although their capacitor is dead, and they warped out, just like that. Okay, fair enough. And as I guessed, the rattlesnake is super trunked. That thing is tanky. I believe it might be a passive tank. I mean, I can kill the tank of the rattlesnake by killing their capacitor, and I'm pretty sure their capacitor is pretty dead after the cycles of the capital neutralizers. But since they seem to be warping out the second I start locking them, I need to focus down on ships that I can kill easy first, and that means let's go after the Oracle too. They most likely are using a large micro warp drive, which means I can hit them easily even if they are moving fast because of the big signature. They stopped moving, and of course they warped out. Okay, fair enough. Now I'll try to ignore the Dralsek, because shooting at the Dralsek will be a waste of time at the moment. I'm trying to see who shall get yeeted next.
We're
That symbol
under attack.
is orbiting outside there now. Yeah, I mean they're still in the neutralizer range, but I'm not going to shoot a fast small target with big guns, with big lasers. Which means I might start blowing up that Megatron Striker next. They're at 78 kilometers, a bit far away, at the edge of my range. And there is one tracking disruptor. So I'll wait for them to get a little bit closer. The Tempest is within range, but they are using an afterburner. And the Tempest is a bit too cheap. I don't want to shoot at cheap stuff. I want to see, and if I get lucky, to blow up something a bit more expensive. Now that Megatron is getting a bit close, but they are already aligned, so I'm not going to shoot at the Megatron yet. I'll wait for them to enter siege mode and then I'll blast them. It should give me couple seconds. Perhaps I can catch the Megatron.
We're under attack.
In that case, they're already aligned, so that's why I'm not shooting at it. My tank, well, it's the revelation. This tank is a brick, and they don't have enough DPS to break the tank on this thing. So let's see what do we have here. That Oracle 2 seems to be a good shooting practice, a good target practice. The Dralsek is about 16 kilometers. I believe they wanted me to shoot at the
We're
Dralsek.
under
Well,
attack.
I knew that the Dralsek is a chunk bait. I mean, that's the Dralsek, a tanky boat.
We're under attack.
Yeah, that Oracle is playing with fire and they're stopping. Okay, I think the Oracle might get blown up in a second here. They are making a big mistake there. That Megatron is still aligned and they're not in siege mode. So I'm not going to shoot at that ship. When they enter siege mode, I'll blast them. That way I'm 100% sure that they can't warp away fast, because I don't have any points. That one tracking disruptor doesn't seem to do much on my turrets. Yeah, it doesn't. It only reduced like 4 kilometers. Okay. So most of my range is still in full effect, which is good. For now, the Oracle seems to be the target that will get blown up in one hit. Although that Megatron seems to be in it. Now the Tempest is also probably going to be on my menu. Okay, my cooperative on the Oracle is active. Let him get a little bit closer. At maybe 60 kilometers, I will go after the Oracle. The Megatron Striker is still in siege mode. I mean, they're still not in siege mode, but they're moving, so they can warp at any second. I can tell by the speed that they're moving. They're moving at about 150 meters per second, which is the default speed of the Megatron Striker. Well, they are warping away the second I start locking them on. So watch the magic happen when I start locking them on. Just watch. Megatron will be my primary, and of course, that's what happens. Second the revelation starts locking, they warp. That's fine though. But that Oracle is making a huge mistake. I was baiting them in thinking that I'm shooting at Tempest, but I'm shooting at Oracle, and there goes the Oracle. Okay. Now let's see who shall get yeeted next. Well, definitely not the pod. I'm not hitting the pod with this thing. I might try to go after the Apocalypse Striker, but it's a little bit out of range. I don't have like 100 kilometer range, but I can easily get that if I change some things. The Tempest is moving, and it's just outside of my weapons camera range, and just because of that I think that I might not be able to hit them. I will try to scare that Cinnabon by killing his capacitor. Oh, and as soon as I locked the symbol, they started noping out. That was quick. Okay, that was quick. Look at that symbol. They're already 7 systems away from me. I tried to get a shot at the apocalypse, but they're a bit too far away, which is fine. The symbol is a dual propulsion build. They have a micro-warp and afterburn at the same time, which is fine. I might go after the Tempest, but I'm not sure that I'll hit the Tempest. Probably not. Oh, and they also warped out. Okay. Which leaves the Apocalypse Striker as the last one. And they're also preparing to warp out. Well, this was actually fun. I'm actually glad that I have the big turrets, although with the small turrets, the small ships would get torn to shreds, but I aim to shoot at the big ones. The big ships are my goal and my target. Well then, round 2, we have another sacrificial bubble. Kinda funny. This time they brought a bit more ships. Well, let's see if they wanna play with the Dreadnoughts. Now, I think the primary target in this case will be a Macarial. The primary will be Macarial, then I believe after the Macarial we will go and shoot at a Maelstrom or an Apocalypse Striker. I'm not really sure which one the primary target will be. They have a bunch of logistic ships as well, which is not going to be a big problem. And let's see, we have a bunch of Battlecruisers and one Phantasm. I'm not going to look at the Phantasm because they're going to be too fast. Now I locked on the Logis because I know that the second I lock them on they will start to nope out. My goal is to scare the Logis away so that we can smash the Macarial out. So we can smash the Macarial. Why I clicked focus fire? Why are my lasers not shooting? Oh, and the Maelstrom is... Now I'm shooting, okay. I clicked focus fire, but I guess that didn't work. And if that Maelstrom tried to ram me, that's a epic fail right there. Hello, buddy. Nice weather, isn't it? And it looks like a golden nanocore Maelstrom. That's going to be a secondary target. Most likely. Okay, let's see. There's a Interdictor nearby, Prophecy Command nearby, a bunch of different ships, and they are now warping away. Well, there is one ship that's not going to warp away, and that's that Maelstrom that played with fire. Hello, buddy. You ain't warping away. Was a grave mistake to try to ram one of our ships. I mean, you rammed us for 5 meters per second, but yeah, that's not going to work. I wonder what's the capacitor status on that ship. That's a lot of nasty capital neutralizers on it. Oh, I was prepared to shoot at the Apocalypse Striker. I guess the Apocalypse Striker warped out. Fair enough. Okay, 16,000 first hits. I mean, they have no capacitor at this moment. They used the damage control. They're trying to jump through the gate, but that's not going to work. And the Maelstrom blown up. Oh, let me loot the wreck. Okay, there we go. The Prophecy is a bit far away up there, alongside with our RB that did not listen. Told the RB not to go, but they decided to eat. Fair enough. Nothing wrong with that. Just that they'll be the one losing the ship, not me. Well, this was fun. Now this time they didn't shoot at the Revelation. Well, they didn't shoot at the Revelation a lot. 1.9 billion. A passive fleet built milestone. I mean, I could tell by the amount of damage that they were taking. They didn't take much damage. They're still in local, and I hope they come back. I mean, it's the smart idea not to come back. That's the logical conclusion here. But who knows? Overall, it was actually pretty fun. It was pretty fun. Not gonna lie. I think they actually were shooting at the Naglfar, but I mean, that's not going to work as well. The Naglfar is one of the tankiest Dreadnoughts, tankiest ships in the game currently. But this, I have to admit, this was fun. This was fun. I enjoyed it from start to finish, and they are still in local. Not really sure where. I mean, if they think that I'll follow them with a Revelation, they're wrong. I'm not crazy enough to run around with a brick of a ship. And well, next starts. After a while, my shield regenerated to 100%, and we got a Apocalypse Striker on the menu. Was a pretty good kill. And that skin on that Dreadnought is amazing. You know, I kinda wish I had the Halloween skin on the Revelation, but at the same time, I also really like the Sleeper skin. If I had the Sleeper on the Revelation, I'd be very happy. I mean, can you imagine what I'd be able to pull off? What kind of tank I'll be able to pull off with this thing, with a Sleeper nanocore? That would be broken. That would be legitimately broken. 1.8 billion Apocalypse Striker, not bad. Next, we have a Typhoon. I'm yours. Well, I mean, they are right. They are mine. They're going to be mine in a second here when I lock them on. Now, if you see some weird delay or weird cuts, that's me operating the alt. My emulator doesn't work anymore for some odd reason, so basically have to dual wield two devices, and I have to tell you, having two accounts on one phone or one tablet is so convenient. Having two accounts on different devices is just a mess. I prefer the old school way of multi-boxing, like on PC. You have one PC, and on one PC you run two accounts. In this case, one phone and you run two accounts. That's what I've been doing, but my emulator doesn't want to start. It just crashes every time, so I can't use it. And well, plan B was to just log my alt on my tablet while my main account is on the phone, which kind of pisses me off because it's awkward to operate in such a way. It's so much more convenient to run on one device, two accounts. But in any case, next we have a Cinnabal webbed. The capacitor on the symbol is pretty much gone by now, and the shield on the symbol is almost gone. I think they have a... Let's see what build they have. I just have the feeling that they are using my build, but we're about to find out. I mean, that build on the symbol that I use is just fantastic. I love it. It's so good. With some different variations of it, but the original one is really good. I like it. Okay, let's take a look at the kill. 1.1 billion, and yes, they used my build. I love this build. Like, this build is just amazing. The exact copy as well. Lovely. I love it. Next, we have a Vigilant. I sent my alt to web. Let's say the capacitor on the Vigilant doesn't exist anymore. And let's slap one more time. There we go. Nice. Vigilant has been yeeted. Lovely. Second faction barrage report, or third, I have no idea. If I had the high-angle weapons, then I would be able to kill the Cinnabal, but I wouldn't be able to kill that Oracle that I killed. Now I'm thinking about possible scenarios that could have happened, and if I had more webs. That is next target. We have one Maelstrom. Now, the Maelstrom decided to go after my alt. Kind of funny. But my alt is a bit too fast for the tracking, so they are not doing too much damage. And they're now shooting at our bubble, which is tanky. The Maelstrom is now into low hull. And they're trying to burn to the gate, but that's not going to work. And the Maelstrom is dead. Nice. Second milestone for today. Lovely. So far, so good. My apologies. 2,200,000,000 is the kill mail. This looks like a PvE DPS milestone, which is fine for missions for high sec, but it's not fine for null because that happened. Next we have a Heron Explorer, a pretty rare ship that I love to destroy because of its rarity. Okay, and it did drop some good stuff, so that's a fantastic thing. And let's take a look at the kill. 1 billion, fantastic, and it dropped one analyzer. I wish that it would drop everything, but it's fine. I mean, better than nothing, I guess. Next we have a Gila. The only faction cruiser that's missing today is a Phantasm. Kind of funny. We killed all of them, just not the Phantasm. Okay, Capacitor on the Gila killed. Now time to kill the ship itself. And there we go. Gila has been slapped. Nice. Let's take a look at the kill. 1.1 billion. Looked like a DPS PvE Gila, and they dropped some pretty juicy drones. Overall, pretty solid kill. Next, we have another Cinnabal. Well, I wish it were a Phantasm, so that I can complete the list for today. But I'll take a Cinnabal. Why not? And this is a very good-looking Cinnabal as well. I like the nano corner. Now my alt crashed here, and my alt is basically not working. This was recorded right before I logged in the alt on the phone, but the high-angle weapons had enough tracking to kill that ship easily. Let's take a look at the kill. 937 million. This was a PvE Cinnabal. And well, let's take a little run with the Ortus now. I think this is the last target for today. With the Ortus. I love this ship. There is the special edition motor ship. Forgot its name. It has a very attractive name, and I really hope that they add that thing in the game, because oh man, I am flying it. It's not Lapetus, it's, oh my god, it has a very weird name, but that ship is beautiful. And we have a third or fourth Cinnabal today. Lovely, so many Cinnabals out there. I mean, it's fun to see these ships. They're very, very good ships. They're very fun to fly ships. And the Cinnabal got destroyed. Well, that was good. That was a very good catch. Actually, a fantastic catch, to be honest. Well then,
Warp drive active.
let's warp to the asteroid field. 1 billion, and they also were a PvE build. Overall, a very, very solid kill. Alright, well, that was a very good one. I had a lot of fun today. I had a lot of fun recording this and voicing the video. Overall, definitely looking forward for the next week. I mean, I'm actually more excited for what's going to be added to the game after, because it allows for some, let's say, for some very fat kill mails and some unique ones at that. But more on that when the one of the next, not the next new ship, but there's one more new thing that's going to be added probably within the month or next month, or perhaps it might not be added. Who knows? I mean, there's so much uncertainty. But if they end up adding that, oh man, it's going to be fun, because I'll get the chance to do something very, very silly. But with that being said, hope that you guys have enjoyed. Again, was a very good run today. If you would like to support me, feel free to like and subscribe. And with that being said, stay safe, fly safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.